Hello everyone, I'm Luke, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 273 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we have just finished producing something, which is basic circuits of course, and I guess we're now going to go on to solder because we need that for electronic circuits as the only thing remaining, is that true? And maybe we will produce these at Outpost as well, but we'll see. We probably will. But solder first. Yes. Let's just take a quick status on garden farming. I guess the last thing we did last episode was to just distribute some of the gardens so we could run for a bit more and more effectively. So we need to find a place to do solder. And it would be natural to just do it down here, I guess. Sure. We're just working that way, and then we'll make a turn with the rail down here and go over, and then at some point we will connect for a full circuit. But that's later. But for now, we will go here. Do we have a fully loaded outpost train? Yes, we do. Let's get that down here-ish. And let's just go back myself and get loaded up using the robots. I might have left some construction robot 3s at basic circuits, but that's just how it is. We are gonna need a lot more landfill. Oh, let's just grab that. I seem to remember we had some chests somewhere around here with more of that stuff in it, and we do. I should really get that used as well. Anything else coming in? Not really. Maybe we should have made a design for this stuff first. This stuff. How much solder do we get out of each roll? 3. So we can still do something like 60 of this per second if we want to. Let's not die here. How would we prefer to do this? Solder mixture is plates. That's not really what we want to do. Though we have those plates, so it would be easy to just bring them in. But then we just need to increase those productions. Well, maybe we should do some comparisons. That's 100 of 20 and 20 of each of these plate. And the alternative to that is maybe lead and tin ingots, or tin and zinc, or a lot more stuff. This is just simple. We do get less molten solder out of it than with this, but we're putting more ingots into this as well, so that just evens out, I feel like. So 60 ingots, would that make 120 plate? I don't think so. Let's just check. 40 lead, molten lead makes 4 plate. 60 ingots will make 600 molten lead. So 60 ingots is 60 plate, which is just half as much as with the plate recipe, so we will be doing this. Which is fine. Of course, we need some oxygen in for that, that's fine. We have that as part of the design already. Can we not do this with processed? No, lead oxide is the processed thing. But we can get that somewhat easily. Processed lead and oxygen makes lead oxide. But of course this is a different sort of recipe, but maybe we can make it work. How did we do it at our lead outpost? We just take the ore directly. This is much more like the steel production that we have. Something like this. Except that we have a liquid input and output to one of the machines. But maybe we could make that work. We need to design it, so let's just go in here. This is our steel production. So maybe we should just... Actually, let's just modify this. Or what? We need... Can we just do lead here? Yes, we can, if we wanted to. And that goes into lead oxide. Actually, is the cathode, is that a difficult thing to do? Let's just have a look at that as well. It is hexafluorosilicate acid, holy Christ. From silicon ore. I don't want that. But the ore processes are simple. This is somewhat simple, except the two liquids involved. And this is just fed directly into there, but we need carbon in there as well. Let's just have a look at this. I mean, tin is easy. If we can do this with processed lead, we need the exact same amounts of lead and tin, and that would just be awesome. Because these 40 per second is, well, less than we can currently process, I guess. We can take 3 times that amount, so we could go for 180 here. Then we need 2 full setups, one for processed tin. Well, we need 2 full of these setups, not with the smelting. And then we need to combine those into one smelting setup or something. Or we can make one type of resource, or tin on one side, lead on the other, and then mix them before we get down here. Wait. That's not right either. We need to make the ingots. So for lead, that would be something like that. And then we need to mix that in one of these with the tin ingots. And then that makes the little mold and stuff, and then we need strand casters. So we need 2 different inputs into this. Maybe that could be in the middle, but that doesn't seem very nice. Maybe we just shouldn't do direct insertion all the way. I think we will redo this part entirely and try to reuse this first part. Though, how do you sort for... It's 2 different ore types we need in, so we can't do 2 types in here anyway. We need to do lead on one side and then... Oh, in one setup and then tin in another. Yes. So how about we just take our LED setup. Were we supposed to have removed this? Don't we usually have stuff there? No, never mind. Hopefully we have made all upgrades to this setup that we have tried elsewhere. This is lit. We still need to do sorting. Well, we want it to be processed at least, but I guess we can take it all the way down here as well. And put that in here instead. Maybe. And we just paste this on top. Maybe. So I would guess that this is what is in the way. But maybe I'm wrong. Do we have water here? Is this just here for whatever reason? We do have water. Good. Now this needs to go into processed lead. So not on this belt. What is this supposed to be? Is that maybe sulfur dioxide? This pipe from here? Yes, it is. Okay. But we're still going to redesign this, I think. Really should have done this from the start when doing lead, but maybe we didn't have the recipe or something at that point. But we're making lead ore. We're outputting that into nothing. That nothing will now be ore processors. How many ore processors do we need for every ore sorting facility? Just one. No, wait, two to one. And we want to output the result of that onto here, right? Is this just draggable? It seems like it, but we should fix the output before doing that. And we should have a full belt times 2. Yes. Those. And bar. Good. So far, so good. And this is just the mineralized water, that's fine. Unless we want to start outputting more of that. Didn't we have a... Well, didn't we have some overflow valves here for the setups where we're doing that? Why don't we just keep that as standard in case we need a lot more mineralized water at some point? So something like that. That much is easy, so... overflow valve in there. And then we were undergrounding it in case we want it out. So we are going to just reserve that space in case we need it. Good. Then we should have 2 full builds of processed ore. Can we do... Well, let's just focus on this part first, and then we can do the tin ingots afterwards. If it isn't very easy to do, and just copy from the other, well, our tin outpost. This part is done. We just need to get to lead ingots at this point, so just these 2 parts. And we need 20 of each. I would guess... Just thinking, well, actually let's get the tin production. And let's just extend this water. So I would guess we can just place this next to it and make the ingots, put them on a belt. And then we will figure the rest out. Because we don't need all of this in here. Good. And maybe we'll just try to reuse this design for the lead as well. Because we should be able to take this, right? And just put here. Yep. And then do lead oxide. Except that we need to have a pipe going in here. Is this supposed to be oxygen? I think it is. This comes from all the way up. Here, yes, good. So oxygen there, oxygen here. And this is sulfuric wastewater then, is that right? And then our mineralized water, yes. So do we want to move it in one time? Why was it all the way out there for the lead to begin with? That's not the one either. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't take the full blueprint from out here, I guess. So that is where we needed it here. And that's still within our allowed footprint, yes. So it's just that. This is trying to keep even more narrow. We're allowed to take up 1 more space than this, yes. Okie dokie. So do we want to move this out 1 tile, or do we want to move this in 1 tile? I'm just gonna move the pipe, I think. I just want to know what are we using all of that space in the middle for here. Wait, not here. Here. For all of this, of course. So that is all the space we have available. Oh yeah, because we needed to push it out 1 tile for this to be in there. That makes sense. Why didn't we have these inserters in here? Oh well. So maybe we want to push this out But we don't need all of the space in here. So, tough questions. How many of these do we have? 20. Good. That should be the same here. I mean, we have extra space here, right? Anyway. To just move a tile. Is that okay with the coal input? Also, we needed carbon for the second step, so we can't just use charcoal all the way here. We have charcoal here and here. I'm not sure. We should really just get this going. Let's just act like this is in here instead. So the fuel here needs to not be carbon. At least not really. But here it does need to be carbon. At least we need both fuel and carbon in, but we might as well use carbon then. And these are just 1-to-1. Let's just keep them consistent. Except that we don't have power there. And we probably need a good amount of transport. So this is catalysts. That's fine. This is probably where I would have wanted to use the steel part of this. Because that redesigned this thing, but we could also just have carbon coming in here. Because we do need the charcoal, at least on this side, to continue up to our coal filters. We can't replace that with carbon. I'm just gonna say that we have carbon here. How much carbon do we need? 2 every 4 seconds with a crafting speed of 1.5. So 3 every 4 seconds. That's pretty easy to handle. And that's everything for... Wait, no. No, yes. I'm confused. We get ingots out of this. And we need to mix those with these ingots. Could we do something combined with all of this? I mean, if nothing else, we could just try to condense this down a bit into something like this. But that's not really possible over here. So we would still need to be as long. I'm just gonna continue with this. We're gonna waste some space here, but it's probably fine. Can this be mirrored? Yes. Awesome. And the output... I'm still gonna use belts here just because it's easier for the robots to put down. How many ingots are we getting out? 24. 36 every 4 seconds. That's 9 per second. That is a lot. And if we just move this closer to the other belts, we would have power. So that's probably a better idea. How about we use two inserters? No, we need to output, of course. Something like that. And these are going far. And then we would need to go near here. That should work just fine, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And 10. Times 2 for a total of 40 machines. Which is right. This is going to be pretty long, but it's fine. We're not... I mean, we have an infinite map. Why am I trying to condense everything too far down? I don't think that would be very easy here, so I'm not going to. Now, we do have some pipes coming out here that I guess we would like to try and keep going. But we'll see. I'm just gonna kill this. Okay, next part. We have both of the ingots now, right? We are okay with this. We don't need these inserters. And we probably have some here we don't need as well then, yes. Should have cleaned that up earlier. Input, input, output. Input, input. Over these on both sides. Okay. Slow but steady wins the race. And then we had them here as well. Oh, what did I... No, I removed them from this, but not from here. Yes. And then we had just have these left somewhere. Okay. Hopefully we have an even amount of inserters here. We have 61. I think I forgot one somewhere then. Because these should always be even. Is this even? No. Right here. Okay. This is even. This is even. And this is even. Yes, good. We need to mix it in 40 of these into 180 of those. Good thing we have a lot of space here to work with. We have those, we don't have strand casters. Which ones do we want? I want to see the prices before I decide on that. In here, the red circuits, we should be getting enough of those now, or soon at least. So we can limit that to 120. So 1 to 3. That's an okay upgrade or reduction of how many machines we need, because they are quite large. So take that. Of course, these numbers are if we actually get the beacons and stuff in up here, so we don't really need the best production to start with. I guess everything really should have been planned for beacons and highest tier machines, and then we can upgrade them along the way, but I kind of missed that point up at some point. This is not needed. Okay. Should we just see this work beforehand? Nah. We can do it. We believe. Again, 40. Should we also upgrade those? It doesn't really matter. If we need 120 of the others anyway. I'm just gonna start a design here. You will do lead from... No, solder, sorry. From lead and tin. Good. Put that in pipes. And we will put strand casters, making... Do we want to do coolant? 140 molten solder to 8 solder coil, or 80 to 4. So this is 160 to 8. That's such a small reduction that I don't think I care. That's not. We still need water in though. How much water? 40 every 4 seconds. 60 every 4 seconds. So could just do a round water ball for every 4 of these. Or for every 3 maybe. Something like that. And we still have one more tile than this to work with, right? This pipe is at the limit of what we are supposed to be using of space. So how many of these can we fit across here? If we're outputting 180, that is how many red belts? 4? No, 6. So maybe we should do 2 from each of these rows and just space them out to fit. How much space do we have to work with over here? Out to there. Whoops, that's supposed to stay here. Do we have an even number of tiles? No. But what if we want 2 belts out of each anyway, we should leave 2 tiles in there. And in there. And in there. So 4 tiles, 4 tiles. That's nice. And then we need to split. We also have 6 belts of this and 6 belts of this. That's a little bit much. How big are the solder or molten solder numbers? Too much for a belt or a pipe. Can't directly insert this anyway because we need to mix it. Unless we make a large effort to actually mix them from the top. If we have 6 belts, it is just gonna end up with 1 belt of each going under each of these rows, which is not bad. Why am I not just copying this? I don't know. But that is not too bad. And then 2 belts out of each. So 360 to 180, yes. If we need 6 belts out here, we get 3 belts from each side. And we need to... Well, we don't need to split anything, they're just going directly into their uses. So maybe that's not too bad. How do you split 10 machines into 3 belts though? Maybe you just add 2 more machines. So we have 12 to split into 3, which is a lot easier. Wait, haven't we... Why are we leaving so much space here? We can reduce these, right? Also wasn't that wrong all along. All of this can be moved up to there. Why? Oh, because from the original blueprint here we had 2 of these for every one of those. But we can condense this a lot. And if we do that, I'm okay with getting 2 more machines at the end. So can we do everything we need to do on this side though? What even... Okay, we need to redo this. Let's just cut everything from here and down. Want to end up with something like this. This part is fine. That's 1 input there. Then we need carbon in from there. That's pretty fine as well. And then we want what in here? What is this supposed to be? Was that the output? Yes, it was. Okay. Let's put that there for now. And I guess put this closer. Wait. Carbon in from here. let oxide in from here, and we're done with the inputs. Then an output to here that we would like to balance. And I think we're okay doing this. Whoops. And this can just move in closer actually. Maybe that will make our approach easier in a bit. Then there's this. We need processed lead in. That's coming here. And this just goes through. And that should be everything. How much processed lead? 8 every 4 seconds with a cracking speed of 1.5, so 12 every 4 seconds. So 3 per second, this is fine. The output of here is 24 or 36 every 4 seconds. This needs to be as efficient as possible, but can also just mirror it. Problem is when we actually get to this part. And put these here. There's no space for this here, but we can put it here. I wish these pipes were further. Oh wait, we also need coal up there. Coal could run out here, that wouldn't be a problem. Still have space on this side. If we want to use that. Can also move these pipe out one tile or just make... No, not if we want to keep this here. Also, this still needs to be clarified some, or like burnt, flare stacked somewhere. We can't have this down here. So how do we do it? We could run one of the pipes in here instead. Or here. I mean, even just in a straight line here. And then we don't need this one. So now we can do that. And that should all be powered. Something along those lines. We wanted 12 of each of these two setups. So 24 in total. And that's still shorter than what we had. Good. Don't need this. So what have I gotten this time? Still need to flare stack this, that's fine. We have input to here and output from it. Both liquids and solids. We have 2 inputs to here. Yes, from this and from this belt. And 2 outputs, but of the same thing onto this belt. We need to balance the output though. So top one goes far. Second one. Wait, didn't I copy everything here? I guess not. Well, good thing we're going over it again. Close, far, close. And then we needed the output of these machines on 3 different belts. And we have a lot of output from each machine. But maybe just 2 is enough. And that won't work. About something like that. Do we then want to pair these up for the output? Or would we just like to do something like this? And have these go close and close. And then that is fine. Sure. This stops here, that's input, that's input, that's input, this stops. Wait, what is this? Was this supposed to be the out? It is the output, but we need 3 belts. So we need to get rid of this. I am a confused guy. Because we can't have 3 belts in here, really. Realistically. And we have all the space in the middle anyway, so... This will have to do. And then for every 4 machines, we need to shift this out. So after this, this needs to go there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This needs to go here. Oh, we still want underground belts, I'm sure. This is supposed to go 1 tile further. Just for consistency. Is that right? These 4 are all outputting onto the first belt. And this outputs onto the next belt, and this outputs onto the third. Yes. This just looks a little bit weird. Could we maybe move this in closest? And then take this and move 1 tile further. I think that looks a little bit more nice. It doesn't really matter, but You know how it is. And all of that needs to be mirrored. And replace this stuff. Did we do here? We didn't do anything. This is wrong. That's still supposed to be there. Actually, let's just take this as well. Mirror, rotate. And that's everything. Good. That seems okay. And then we need to do this below. We just need to do the same thing for this stuff now. It's in. That should be more easy, of course. Input for the processed ore. Input for charcoal. Are we getting charcoal into here? We are not. We need a fuel in, so we should do this. That's still possible, right? And these are okay to just drag. Yes. So we have an input at the top and at the bottom. Good. And we can just take that and mirror, rotate for here. Why is this off? Because we have this for some reason. Good, then we have the coal input as well. Wait, is this charcoal? Is this supposed to be here? Why is it here then? I think I've just made a mistake with that from the lead outpost. It's only supposed to go to there. Because this is plenty of coal for these machines, and then we have another belt coming in here. Good. Did we get everything in order? I think so. So the next one. Charcoal in, ore in, done. Output onto the first belt. Any reason why we're not having these as close as possible? Because they can be moved in one tile. Let's not worry about it, but I am gonna worry about it over here, I guess. So output there, and bar, bar. Let's just replace these. And all the way down to the next machine. This needs to be moved though. If we move these here, just take these a little bit closer here. And get charcoal from there. That would be fine, right? And this can then reach everything over here. Yes. Okay. So if these are going far, these should go close. Let's just replace this one for this part of the setup. And then put them back in. So this should be fine, right? And after 4 machines, we are going to go shorter. But this still wants to output onto that. So do we want these to be at the top instead, like that? Sure. It just makes managing the belts a little bit easier. Also, we have plenty of space for the power poles in here, but now we're doing this. Okay. So here we go out. No, just one. And then we have 4 machines here, outputting onto the second belt. I have been bad at counting, I think. These 5 are now outputting onto one belt. These 4 are outputting onto one belt. Only 3 up here are outputting onto the last belt. I'm bad at counting, I admit. So these 4, yes. Here is where we need to. One, two, three, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Good. We have 2 inputs from 2 different resources and 2 outputs of 1 resource. Yes. Mirror, rotate, and here, with the exception of coal. Good. That should be it. And then we go on to this. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.